Hello everybody and welcome to What's Cooking in Blackstone on this beautiful spring day, which we've not seen too many of.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous out.
It's a 10.
If we could have cooked outside, we would have, but we're not gonna. So I'm Margot Bick.
I'm Lynn Morin.
And we are going to do some real nice cooking today, we hope.
Different.
Yeah, different.
Different.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you after, but my house doesn't smell very good right now, and we'll explain why in a little bit. But I'm going to start off, I'm going to make tomato bisque soup. And there's a place down in Falmouth that we go to a lot down there, and they have got this fabulous tomato bisque, and I've always wanted, I've been on the internet trying to find it, blah, blah, blah. I actually asked them if they could tell me how they did it, and they said it's kind of like a secret. So,
oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, come on.
So anyhow, well, I understand that. They don't want competition with other people making it. It's
You're not competition.
Wonderful. Well, you're not.
Really? Really, everybody. She's not competition.
Yeah. So anyhow, I went online and I found a recipe that I thought looked good. And I tried it and it was really good.
It is. I've already tasted it and it is delish.
Yeah, it's
delish.
Good. Yeah. Donna Bick, every time I go down there, I have to bring her back a bowl of it. So now I just make it and give it to her. So, but it's very, very good. And and I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to move over to this side, over by the stove.
You do that, Margot.
I'm going to turn this on and let it start heating up. The key ingredient to this, and I found out in reading everything on the internet, was that the tomatoes that you use are really important. And is it good to have tomatoes in the summer, fresh tomatoes? Yes. However, every recipe said San Marzano tomatoes are absolutely the best, and they really are. They make a big difference in how the flavor comes out in the soup.
Yeah, all the great chefs use that.
They all use
Rachel
San Marzano.
Ray and all of them, yeah.
Yep. Margot and Lynn.
Margot and Lynn, that's right.
So I have whole San Marzano tomatoes here, and I like to just break them up by hand.
You just squishing them up?
Just squish them all up, and they squeeze up very easily. And now that's done, and my hand is a mess, but that's okay. First thing we do is we take some diced tomatoes. It's about a half a cup of onions, and put them in here.
Does it matter what kind, Margot? Does it have to be like sweet?
I use sweet white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about if you use the purple ones? Would it make a difference?
Yeah, I think it would. I don't know. Purple just doesn't seem to be right with this.
I don't know. They're sweet too,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
Yeah.
You'll have to experiment.
Yeah. And then we do the 3 cloves of garlic. It's about a teaspoonful.
Do you smash them or do you slice them?
I diced them. I diced everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I heard you should smash them and just throw them into...
Yeah, you can, but when you smash them, a lot of times what they do is they use them to infuse the flavor into the oil, but then it's to be removed. You know, so the flavor of the garlic has gone into the oil, but it's not like the whole garlic. I mean, I just eat them after I take them out because I love garlic.
Eat the garlic like that?
I do. I love it.
Is that to ward off evil spirits or what?
Yes, it does. Actually, you can walk down the street and nobody comes near you.
Yeah,
so.
I can't imagine why.
But when I tell you about when Lynn starts cooking, I'll tell you why my house smells a little strange, but that's all right.
Well, my house smells the same.
Yeah. Well, that's comforting to know.
Because we had to do the same, vegetable.
Yes, we did. Now, this will saute down in about a minute. Once they become a little translucent, and actually, they're going to cook during the sauce anyhow. I don't know if you can see. They're cooking away here. And always use olive oil. And actually, a couple of times what I've done is I just took like a tablespoon of butter. Also, butter just adds another dimension of flavor.
A little flavor.
Yeah, it's just really good.
I mean, you don't have to use like a whole pound of it. I mean, just like you said, maybe a tablespoon.
Yes. And another thing I did was our friend Peggy, who is the master chef of knowing everything, how they should take. First time you make any recipe, always do what the recipe says. Then you have to tweak it to your own liking. So I was doing this soup about a week ago, and I called Peggy and I said, what do you think if I use mushroom broth instead of chicken broth? And she went, negative. No. Because I thought I would make it more vegetarian without even the chicken in it, but
it's just the broth.
I know, I get it.
Oh, people, you have no idea. No idea.
I try. So now I am going to empty all of these San Marzano tomatoes into this, and they will simmer away. This, along with, it says 3 cups of broth, but 3 cups leaves you with either something left over or not enough. So I put in, this is 4 cups, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It works.
See, I don't like my soups too thick. You
No, you like
I
them-
like
you
it
like
a
the
little.
broth.
I mean, not real thin, but I like it like in between there. I don't like it thick.
Yeah.
Like if you put a spoon in it, it stands up. I don't like that.
Yeah, and see, I like thick soups.
Well, of course you do.
Yeah, my boss Sandy loves to have to chop through it. He likes really thick soup.
See, no, not me.
Yeah. So now I've done this. Now this is going to cook for about 20 minutes.
And
And
it already smells good.
I know, isn't it wonderful?
Oh,
And it's such a nice soup. And because one of the big things, I'm going to turn on the back burner here and move this to the back because
Okay.
Lynn's going to make her little thing. And let me turn this
medium.
down.
Yeah.
I'll turn it off right now
Okay.
so I don't burn my hands going across here.
All right, you do that.
All right, so this is over here, and this is going to cook down for about 20 minutes or so. It'll stop boiling, and then you put it down a little bit.
So you have it at medium right now?
I have it a little bit above medium just to get it going.
Okay.
And then once it starts going, I will do that. So why don't you do that? I'll clean this up, and you can tell
Okay.
everybody what you're up to.
So what goes with tomato soup?
Oh, I know.
Everyone you ask, what is it?
Grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese. But it's not going to be a regular grilled cheese.
No.
Not when I'm cooking.
No.
So a friend of mine that comes into the salon said they wanted to know, what are you cooking next? And I told them about Margot's Bisque soup, and she says, how about cauliflower encrusted grilled cheese? And
Can you imagine?
I'm like,
Yeah.
different. That was my friend Bev. Bev, I hope you're watching. She watches all our show.
Yeah.
And she's recuperating from her hand surgery, and she's doing very well. But Bev gave me this idea, and
Thank you for the smell, too, Bev.
thank you, Bev. It smells like a sewerage in both our houses. I mean, really.
Yeah, cauliflower.
Cauliflower just doesn't, I don't know.
Show them the pretty head of
But
cauliflower.
you have to start off with a head like this, right? Good size, medium, right? And you're going to take it and put it in a food processor or
Yeah.
a blender or whatever. And it should come up to like about 4 cups of the cauliflower rice. Like, that's big now. Everyone's using that. It's like big. So that's what that is, right? And then you put 2 eggs into it. After, oh no, wait.
Oh, no, tell them about what you had to do.
See, this
The
is
worst.
yeah. Now, see, I've already gone through this last night and found out, there are things that I do that doesn't work,
Right.
Doesn't succeed. But the cauliflower is very juicy. It's
Yeah,
very
it's a lot of liquid
water.
in
It's
it.
a lot of water. So you have to take it after it's pulverized in the food processor. You put it in a towel, and you 4 cups of it, and you squeeze the living daylights
Yeah.
out
And
of
not
it.
a terry towel. It's got to be
No,
a flat
it's
towel,
got to be
like a linen towel.
like a linen cloth, yeah.
Yeah.
And you squeeze it, and it's amazing, huh,
Oh,
Margot?
yeah, I didn't think it had that much liquid in it, but and
Yeah.
she had it like a big ball of it, and she
Squeezing
twisting
it,
and twisting
squeezing
and
it,
the water's
and
coming
it finally came out. So then after you do that, you take it and you put it in a bowl, and you put 2 eggs. You're gonna have 2 eggs in there. I already put the eggs. Already did it pre-mixed it. And
Let me tell you why, because when we first tried it, I pulverized some of the cauliflower until it was almost liquid.
Yeah, it was liquid. So
So
that
we
didn't
had to add more cauliflower to it.
So it's a consistency of a
Mashed potato, actually.
of a dough.
Yeah.
This is the cauliflower dough. So that's what it looks like. Anyway, so 4 cups, 2 eggs, a half a cup of Parmesan cheese, right? Any type. I use any type. A quarter of a teaspoon of salt.
Yeah.
Quarter of a teaspoon of fresh ground pepper, and a quarter of a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. So you mush it all together.
Yeah, there was something, a garlic powder.
Oh, garlic powder.
Yeah.
Actually, they said because I looked at all these different recipes.
Yeah.
All different kinds. So you can put all different kinds of spices. Someone said put thyme in there. Some said
yeah.
put rosemary. I mean, you can make it anything because it's flour. It's going to be like a crust. So anyway, you mush it all together, and that's how it comes out. It looks It looks like flour. It looks like flour, like dough. So okay, so then you're going to take it, and you're going to, like some of the recipes said, you baked it. You can bake it.
Yeah, you did say that.
But I said, oh, and then you had to do all like 20 different steps. So I said, you know what? No. Then I found another recipe than the one that I chose, but I kind of mixed it up with another recipe. Mm-hmm. This is what I do, and that's why things don't come out.
But they always taste good.
They do taste good, yeah. So anyway, that's, you take a nice frying pan like Margot has out here, and you really put a lot of oil in it. Oil or butter, a good amount. And you put it to medium heat.
Yeah.
Is it on?
Yes, it is. It's on. I've got it on high right now just to heat up the pan.
Okay. So then you're going to take like about a quarter of a cup. Quarter of a cup of the dough, right?
I haven't seen this.
Quarter of a cup of the dough, and you're going to make it like that.
Isn't that too fat?
No, but I'm gonna squish it down when I put it in the pan and try to make it square like a piece of bread.
Oh, okay.
You could make it round if you want to be, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't know.
No, it doesn't know. But anyway, you're going to see how, and we tasted it. My husband and I, of course, we had to, pre-taste it. And
it is good.
Tastes good. It tastes good. Okay, so we're going to put it in the pan there.
All right, so you go ahead in front of me.
Okay.
And I'll put this down to medium.
All right.
So you go ahead.
Okay. And this is a little tricky. You're gonna each one has to stay in there for like about 5 minutes on one side, and then when you get brave enough to flip it, it's 3 minutes on the other side, right? So there's one. But it was a very interesting thing. There's all kinds of stuff with cauliflower now.
It was like a little mashed potato.
It does.
Cake, like a what do they call them? Potato pancakes, like
pancakes,
a latke.
Yeah. Yeah.
That doesn't look very big, though.
Well,
Should
you
it
don't
be bigger? No.
I'm going to make it a little bit bigger.
Oh, all right.
So then you push it, and you can swish it down a little bit, not too much, and then try to make it into a square, or you keep it round, whatever. And even if it falls apart, it's okay. You can kind of just mush it together.
Yeah.
But it's going to be 5 minutes on one side.
The first time you do it, don't have friends over.
Yeah, right. Well, Chip is my official taster, so, and you'll see the first ones I made, they're kind of gross looking, but they tasted good.
They tasted good.
They tasted good. They tasted good.
So you can actually put like 4 in that pan.
You can. And we will.
Can you put parsley on them too after?
You could, yeah. But it's going to be like bread, so you can, put parsley in it if you wanted to. You can put parsley in it.
But you put grated cheese in it.
Yep.
But then you're
going to have more cheese.
Oh, I see, because you know what? It's going to be like a grilled cheese sandwich. It's going to be one on top, one under.
Hello.
I just got it. I thought these were
see what
the
I
whole
mean,
thing.
everybody? Do you see what I mean? Oh my God. We just said grilled cheese and people, you have no idea what I go through.
Well, I mean, you put cheese in it. I thought that was enough.
I know, but that's for the flavor. Like, there's breads that have cheese in it.
Yes.
So there you go. You got these little things cooking.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit higher. And it is tricky when you start turning it. You got to make sure that they're and you don't want to cook it too much so that it sticks, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
I'm sure it'll be just fine.
But that's those are the little breads. And like, if you're having a grilled cheese, you don't want a big slice of bread. Too much carbs. This is no carbs, by the way.
Okay, it's cauliflower. Yeah.
And also, it's for people that are gluten-free.
Well, what about the cheese? Is that?
Oh, well, yeah, the cheese. But still...
but it's minimal.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't know. That one's sticking there.
We'll flip it maybe.
No, it's not.
How do you know?
Because it's not, maybe a little bit...
Down?
Yeah, a little bit down. That's what I mean. It's tricky with this thing, and you have to make sure it has a lot of oil. They said really oil up the pan as much as you can. But then, once these are cooked, I'll show you, you'll put whatever kind of cheese you like. I like provolone, and Margot likes
Fontina.
Fontina. Some people like cheddar. In one of the illustrations, they had big chunk of cheddar, and that looked good too. But it all depends what kind of cheese you like. But I mean, what goes best with
so good.
doesn't it?
Yep.
This is
I never even had a grilled cheese growing up. I just made my first grilled cheese last year.
Stop it.
I did.
Oh, I can't believe that.
Never had grilled cheese. It's not an Armenian thing. They don't have
Grilled cheese is like universal. It's
I
like
know.
universal.
Well,
Really?
Yeah, no, I never did.
What made you get a grilled cheese?
Because other people were eating them. And I thought I should try it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now see, you've missed that all these years.
I know. Look at that. Now that looks really nice.
Well,
It's got a little crust on it.
yeah, it's got to be more crusty to make it look more like bread. And then after we flip it, you'll see.
Yeah.
And when the cheese melts on top of it, ooh, it is so good. So good. But you know, the cauliflower is really like one of those vegetables that everyone would say
Underrated.
Underrated, yeah. And then right before I came today, right, I ran into one of our friends, Denise Delaney, who also watches the show. And
Hi, Denise.
Hi, Denise, and maybe she'll come on if I beg her. She had said, oh, cauliflower, she said, have you seen the cauliflower steaks?
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that.
Cauliflower steaks, and that sounds very interesting, too. And again, it's done in the pan, too, a little bit, and then it's baked.
Oh, all right.
It's baked, yeah, so.
Now, I would eat that.
You would.
I would.
You would eat
Oh,
that.
yeah, I would love that. By the way, people, the bike path is just fabulous. You go by there, and it's loaded.
I was on it today earlier.
Were you? Yeah.
Just a part of it, you know. But, oh, it's such a wonderful thing.
It is. It's wonderful, and thank you. And I think Laurie is going to be doing another one of her.
Oh, I didn't want to talk out of turn, but I
Yeah.
heard through the grapevine that the senior director, because last year they had for the elderly and for anyone that wanted to go on the bike.
From all over. It wasn't just Blackstone.
They had the little those little carts which Margot was driving, and she almost ran people over, and oh my God, it was a disaster. But it was
Thanks a lot.
well, you're a good driver, but not that thing. I don't know. You were like going crazy. She thought she was in her Mercedes. I don't know what she was doing. She was going 100 miles an hour.
I just misjudged a turn.
You just misjudged. I'm going to try.
Yeah, see? You got to turn those. They're staying together pretty good.
Pretty good. We'll see when we try to get them out.
Wow.
And you notice as you cook it too, the smell of the cauliflower seems to be dissipating.
Yeah.
Because trust me, it smelled like
It was bad.
like we were at the sewer up at the highway barn. I don't know why. Why is it? What is it? Gaseous?
Yes,
What is it?
It is. It's the, what do you call it? Sulfur or whatever in the...
Sulfur inside the
Well, I think that's what that smell is. You know, like the sulfur springs and all that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
We need a
but
chemist here to tell us what it is.
yeah. I don't know.
That's all cooking. By the way, my friend Rosemarie, she's got one of her cats. She's got two cats. Her kitten, Pompey, when he eats, this is the cutest thing because I'm thinking of it
I
with
know.
these things. If that was cold and it was on the ground and there were like these in it, he does not eat going over to the dish and eating like a normal cat or a dog.
I know, you showed me.
He lies down on the ground, on the
takes
floor, one scoop, one kibble at a time, puts it on the floor, and then eats it. That's how this cat eats. And I think he's a Maine Coon cat. He's going to be a big boy, but he's just beautiful.
He is
gorgeous.
beautiful. But he made me laugh because here he is. He's big. He's like this
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
And he's there. The bowl is over here. And he'd take one, put it in his mouth. He wouldn't even get up.
No.
He didn't even get up.
Nope. He's always eaten like that since he was little. So I guess that's just how he feels he has to do it. Those look really good, Lynn.
They gotta harden because it's gonna be like bread. You do have to let it sit though for a while too.
Now, when do you put the cheese in between? You got to
Okay.
make sure it melts.
That's right. So see what you do is like say I'm gonna put the cheese over here and take this one and put that on top of that. So that's hot underneath.
Oh, all
So it's
right.
gonna melt right in there and it's gonna be so delicious.
Wow.
So delicious. I mean, you really don't even know you're eating cauliflower.
No.
You
It's a
know?
good way to get kids to eat their veggies.
Yes. Yep. It sure is. Yes,
Wow.
it's still not hot enough. How's your soup coming?
My soup is boiling away. And one of the things with this soup too is this time I'm not going to do it, but if I had the time, I would do it. In the recipe, it says to put the soup in a blender and to, make it nice and smooth. I use an immersion blender, which I find is wonderful. And I actually was going to scoop out 2 cups of the tomato mixture and keep it kind of lumpy,
Yeah.
That
would be good.
Yeah.
That would be good.
I don't know how this is coming out on camera because I
I
don't
don't
know how
know.
we're
Where are you
doing
going?
here. Are we doing all right, Paul? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. I just got to get some basil out of the refrigerator. I forgot the basil.
You do that,
Thank you.
Martha of Farm Street. Hey, I have so much energy today, and I think it's because I went to that cave, that
Oh, the Himalayan
Himalayan
salt.
salt cave. A bunch of us went to this new place in Lincoln, and it's very health benefit. It's a cave. You were there.
Yes.
By the way, everybody, she wouldn't go in the cave.
No.
I'm telling you, you just can't imagine what I
didn't
have
want to
to
be
go through.
locked up in this room.
It was
with
beautiful.
lights.
Had all little twinkly lights and was all pink inside.
I'll go in next time.
But it's like a guidance meditation, and then you're just kind of floating, and you're sitting in these nice chairs. Well, you saw it.
Yeah.
I don't know why she was afraid to go in.
I wasn't afraid. I felt strange to go. I was afraid I was going to be trapped and not be able to move or something. I can't just sit there like that for a half hour.
You could have laid. You could have laid down on
on the rocks.
on the rocks because no, that's beneficial.
Yeah.
Maybe it would have calmed you down. I don't know. Oh, people, you have no idea. But anyway, it was nice when I was there, and I kind of floated around. You're meditating, and it was very nice and soothing and
Yeah.
everything. But I was tired. The rest of the day, I was exhausted. And the other 2 people we went with, Magic,
Yeah.
Barbara Ostapenis, and Peg, who was on the show before, they liked it too. They were very relaxed. But then today,
Yeah.
I'm like,
You got all this energy.
I got energy. I can't stop.
You
I'm
feel like I normally feel.
maybe.
Yeah. How do you
Uh,
like to feel like that every day?
I would think
From
I would.
morning till
I would
night?
think I would like it.
Oh yeah.
I do.
Oh god.
But it was so nice. It was so much fun. It's something different,
Yeah, it was very nice.
Very beneficial. People that have bronchial problems, skin problems.
Yeah.
What was it? All
Yeah,
kinds of
everything.
things.
Arthritis and
Arthritis, all kinds of things. It was a really relaxing thing. I suggest that everybody try it out.
yeah.
Everybody try it out.
Yeah, well, not with me though.
Not with you. All right, moving on. We're going to put some cheese on this
Okay.
little thing.
Okay, here's a look at how thin this is. Does it come like that or did
What?
you cut it?
No, it comes like that.
My
So put some
goodness.
cheese on there, right? And then you take this other one on the side of it, and you put it the heat side down so it will melt. And then you see it melting. Cheese, please. I love cheese.
It's very good for you. That's so thin. Wow.
Well, you could make it thick. Some people probably like, thicker type of cheese, and then you just.
Uh-oh, it broke.
Oh, yeah, it broke. See, that's what I mean. But they said, don't worry about it.
But boy, does that look good. Look at that. It's melting off the side and everything.
Yeah, yeah. Look, it's sticking to your pan and you'll never get it out of there. Where's the plate?
Oh, the plate is right
Yeah.
here.
But what a nice combination this will be, right?
Yes.
And they said to let it sit for like about a minute, right? But here it is. I mean, it looks like bread. And it really is very, very healthy and very, very yummy. Thank you, Bev, even though it was disaster.
Smelled up the house real
a
good.
disaster. The first few ones that I made. This was the ones that I made yesterday, which they look kind
Yeah.
of.
Last night I called her and she was in the middle of it and she's like, oh, I don't know about this. I don't know. But really.
There it is. This one actually came out better. This
Yeah.
one's skinnier, but you want to taste it?
Yes.
Here. See, there it is, the nice cheese.
Of course, it'll be nice if it was hot.
Well, heat it up then.
No, I'll eat it like this.
Okay.
Nice flavor.
Now that with the soup, tomato bisque soup, yummy. There's nothing like it.
that's
matter,
really good.
No matter who I asked, I said, what goes with tomato soup? Everybody said grilled cheese. So here's my version of a grilled cheese. I can't have just a regular grilled cheese.
No, you got to do something.
Yeah, and even American cheese, I don't like American cheese. It's so processed.
But Fontina is very good.
Fontina, mozzarella. Mozzarella would be nice, yeah.
Yeah. And it's not eggy tasting,
No.
which is what I was thinking as well with the egg in it. But,
She doesn't like it. I don't need egg.
well, not if it tastes like just egg. But no,
But-
this is really good.
But it's got a nice flavor to it, doesn't it?
it does. It's a very, and it would be complimentary with the soup.
With the soup. Yeah.
Now, what I'm going to do, you keep talking a minute. I want to move things over.
Anyway, you must notice I have my Red Sox shirt on. Go Red Sox. They were on a mega roll. They had 10 games. They were winning like crazy. Then all of a sudden, it came to a stop. And
Oh, it did?
Yep, they lost 2 in a row. And yesterday, they had yesterday off. So today, they are back home. And let's hope that they get the winning streak going again. Because
Well, if they hear you, they're going to.
Red Sox.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
Red Sox.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so should I get back to the soup now?
Let's get back to the soup.
Because the soup is cooking away. Now, when you use a blender as opposed to an immersion blender, you really have to let it cool off a bit. It says to turn off the heat. With the immersion blender, I don't think it's all that necessary because you're really not. What they're afraid of is that when you start the blender, it
Oh, you might
comes up
burn
and
yourself.
flows
Might get
all over.
3rd-degree burns.
Yeah,
No,
which
you
is
don't
not
want
what you
that.
want.
You don't want that.
No.
No.
So here we go. I have the immersion blender right here, and I want to make sure I don't
Yeah,
burn
let's
anything.
not. Don't burn yourself.
So I've got that turned off, and you just start, and it blends everything into itself as it goes.
That's cool. I'm gonna have to get one.
Oh,
for,
they're wonderful.
For Mother's Day. I'll tell Chip.
Hint.
Chip,
Wendy.
Chip, Wendy, Mother's
Are
Day.
you his mother?
Well, he buys me stuff for Mother's
Oh!
Day. Oh, here we go.
Wendy, your mom wants one of these. Okay,
She
so
would get it,
see?
too.
Yes, she would.
She would.
So this is
Look
about
at that.
That's blend like
That.
that.
Do you recommend any type of one? What's that one?
No,
That's
I don't
probably
think
one
we
of the
can
best.
say that. Yeah, it is.
One of the best, of
Yeah, it's a
course.
good one.
Yeah, what'd you get?
So we
One
can
from
just
Sandy?
put it. Williams Sonoma has them.
Oh, okay.
So then what you do is you put in some parsley. I've got a half a cup of parsley.
Now, did you use the Italian parsley or the regular parsley?
Well, yesterday all they had was the curly parsley. I
That's the
usually use
Italian.
flat. Yeah, I usually use the flat, but
does it make a difference? Doesn't it taste the
I
same?
don't think so. I can't tell a difference.
I can't
Now
either.
you have about a teaspoon of oregano and a teaspoon of salt.
Any pepper?
Put that in. And I do believe I threw a little bit of pepper in there.
Gotta have pepper.
And it says a third of a cup of sugar. I put in under
Sugar?
a third. Yeah, sugar. Because the tomatoes are very acidy.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And another thing I found out, it says in the
love that.
recipe about basil that you should use so much basil in it, chop it up, fresh basil. And one of the people who made a comment on it said that they used the squeezed basil and they found out it was better. So the first time I did it with the fresh basil.
Yeah.
Flavor was good, but it wasn't as great. With this squeezed basil, the flavor was unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah, it was really good.
See, I've never even seen that.
Oh yeah, they sell it.
I've seen the basil in a jar.
No, this is the
which-
squeezed basil.
I like that idea.
Yeah, and it's really nice. And then let me just blend that
Blend
in
it
a little
again.
bit.
Okay. Go
And
ahead.
it's almost done.
We don't want the cord dropping in there, catching on fire.
All right, so now that's pretty well blended.
Yeah, that looks good.
All right, so that is blended. Now what'll happen is this is going to cook another 20 minutes to 25 minutes.
On low?
on low, just simmer it, and it'll do that. At the end of that, and this is another Peggy thing, you take half and half. It said to use heavy cream, but I use half and half.
I never use heavy cream.
And it's just a half a cup, and you temper it with some of this, dump it in there and temper it a little bit, and then put it in, and then blend it one more time, and then you have this wonderful tomato bisque. And I have over here, now is this gonna work, Paul? I'm back over here. Over here is tomato bisque.
Want me to try it? You want me to be a guinea pig?
Oh, sure.
It looks luscious. Let's see.
Okay, that's it.
The best tomato bisque that I've ever eaten in my life. This is better than anything.
Okay, people, so I guess that's it. We've reached our limit of time. So here we have tomato bisque, the grilled cheese
sandwiches,
cauliflower. And we thank you for tuning in, and we will come up with some more wonderful recipes. And thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. It's beautiful out.
Yes, beautiful day. And what's coming up? Mother's Day.
Yep.
Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.